Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good day to our lecturer, Dr. Redwan Ahmed Ali Al-Damari, and to all of my classmates. My name is Muhammad Ismail Muhammad Said, matrix number 314601, and I will begin today's presentation on behalf of Group 8. Today, we will be presenting our coursework for BKAFK 1023, Introduction to Financial Accounting, where we will be focusing on the financial ratio analysis for Abel Group Berhad and Astino Berhad. All the information that we use in these presentations comes directly from the 2024 annual reports from both companies. The main purpose of the assignment is to help us understand how financial ratio analysis can help us evaluate a company's performance. Financial statements alone may not tell us enough, but through ratio calculation, we can see a clearer picture of a company's strengths and weaknesses. These ratios help us answer important questions like, can the company meet its own short-term debt, or is it using its own assets efficiently? How profitable it is compared to its revenue and equity, and how much does the company rely on debt? These insights are not only useful for learning but also in real-world business, where managers, investors, and creditors will look at this ratio and make decisions. We choose Elbow Group Berhad and Astino Berhad because not only that they are related in the same industry, but they both operate very differently. Elbow Group Berhad focuses more on stone processing. Elbow Group Berhad focuses more on natural stone processing and selective property development. Astino Berhad, on the other hand, is a larger company which focuses on steel-based building materials and have strong presence all over Malaysia and some region in ASEAN. Because their industry are related but slightly different, comparing them gives us a better understanding of how a company's strategy and business scale can affect financial performance. Our presentation today is divided into 4 parts, which is the company's background, the financial ratio analysis for both companies, the comparison between those two companies, and some suggestions that we suggest on how those two companies can improve their performances. With that overview, I will now pass to the next person who will explain the background of Abel Group Berhad and Astino Berhad in a more detailed way.
Farid, Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Muhammad Atar Mirza, metric number 309-112, and I will be presenting the background information for both Abel Group Berhad and Asino Berhad. Abel Group Berhad was incorporated in 2004 and is listed on the main market of Bursa, Malaysia. Initially, the company operated in the wood-based industry before shifting towards natural stone products and construction-related service. Today, Able Group primary business activities include purchasing, installation of marble and granite, fabrication and polishing of stone materials, trading and exporting stone products, selective property development. Their products are commonly used in flooring, kitchen countertops, wall finish, and architectural design. The company operates through subsidiaries such as Able Marble, Granite Industry, and Able Property, strengthening their involvement in both building materials and property development. Astino Berhad, incorporated in 2000, is a leading local manufacturer of steel-based building materials. Over the year, the company has become a major supplier in Malaysia construction and housing development sector. Asino produces a wide range of products including roofing sheets, wall cladding, steel frames and metal doors, ceiling panels, agricultural steel systems such as poultry housing structure. The company operates multiple manufacturing plants and export selected products to neighboring countries, making it a major regional competitor. Asino emphasizes innovation, quality, customer relationship, and sustainability, which contribute to its strong market reputation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day. My name is Eko Matudit Ahmad Syamil and my metric number is 309087 and now I will explain the liquidity and activity ratios for both companies. Okay, firstly is liquidity ratios. In the liquidity ratios there are have 2 point, current ratio and quick ratio. In current ratio, able group 5.61. This shows extremely high liquidity. However, it may indicate underutilized assets. And in Astino 3.09, this is strong and healthy, especially for a manufacturing company that use large inventories. Okay, in quick ratio, able group 3.87. This is very strong immediate liquidity. In Astino 1.23, this is still healthy, showing the company can meet short-term obligation even without relying heavily on inventory. Okay, secondly is activity ratios. In activity ratios, there are have a 2 point, total asset turnover and account receivable turnover. In total asset turnover, in able group 0.0885 times. This is very low. The company generates only 9 cents of revenue per 1 ringgit of assets. In Astino, 0.9570 times. This is very efficient and typical of high volume manufacturing business. And the next point is account receivable turnover. In able group, 2.59 times. This is strong collection efficiency. And in Estino, 4.91 times. This is reasonable but slower due to high volume customer credit terms. Okay, that's from me. I will now pass the presentation to Gias, who will continue with the analysis of profitability and leverage ratios. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good afternoon. My name is Gias Hilmi Mikfari. My metric number is 302675. And now I will present the profitability and leverage ratio. First, let's look at profitability, which basically shows how good the company is at turning sales into profit. Starting with profit margin, Able Group recorded only 0.58%. This means for every 100 ringgit they earn, they make less than 1 ringgit in profit, which is extremely low. This shows that Able Group is likely facing high operating costs or weak pricing power. So, even though they generate revenue, very little of it turns into actual profit. Astino, on the other hand, recorded a profit margin of 1.88%. While this is not very higher either, it's more reasonable for a manufacturing company where costs are usually higher. This indicates that Astino managed its costs better and is more efficient in converting sales into profit compared to Able Group. Next, looking at return on equity, which show how much profit is generated from shareholders' investment. Able Group return on equity is only 0.053%, which means shareholders are getting almost no return. This raises concern about the company's ability to create value and sustain growth. Astino recorded a return on equity of 2.30%, which, although still not ideal, is much better than Able Group. This shows Astino is more effective in using shareholder fund to generate earning. Now, moving on leverage ratio, which show how much debit the company use. Able Group debit to asset ratio is just 3.70%, meaning they really very little on debit. This is safe, but it could also limit their growth because they not using borrowing to expand. As you know, debit to asset ratio of 21.70% is more typical for manufacturing companies. It shows they use debit to support operation while still maintaining a manageable risk level. Finally, both companies have very similar debit to equity ratio at around 3.7%. This shows they both follow a very conservative financing approach. While this keeps risk low, it may also slow down their potential growth. With that, I will now hand over to Fatullah, who will present the comparison between two companies and suggest for improvement.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Muhammad Fatullah bin Amin and my matrix number is 313499. Okay, for today I would like to present our group comparison and suggestion between two companies which is Abel Group and Estino. Okay, for Estino, in context liquidity, Estino is balanced with liquidity appropriate for manufacturing, while for Abel Group is much more liquid but probably inefficient. And for activity, Estino is far more efficient in asset utilization, while Abel Group collects receivable faster. In terms of profitability, Estino outperforms Abel Group in both profit margin and ROE. And for leverage, both companies are conservative and maintain low borrowing. And for our suggestion to Abel Group is improve asset utilization by dispersing idle assets, invest in automation to reduce wastage, use moderate borrowing for expansion, form partnership with developers and contractors, and the last one, diversify with higher value stone products. So for Estino, our suggestion is to increase automation to reduce production defects and strengthen credit control and implement raw material hedging strategies and explore regional expansion in Asia. And the last one, improve sustainability and in ESG initiative.
To conclude, our analysis shows that Astino performs better overall, especially in profitability and asset utilization. This suggests that Astino manages its own operations more efficiently and gives better returns to shareholders. Elbow Group, on the other hand, has strong liquidity but weaker profitability and efficiency, meaning that the company may not be making the full use of its own resources and assets. Both companies maintain very low level of debt, which is very good but may limit their growth. With the suggestions that we have provided, both companies have opportunities to improve their performance. That concludes our presentation. Thank you for your attention.